Hey, it's Wednesday. It's our WYIC Wednesday, and welcome to your midweek live boost. I'm Kristy Angelee, your reclamation strategist and the founder of Angelee Vision Reclaim Co., where we help single moms rise in leadership, in faith, and also legacy. And not only that, we help single moms reclaim what hustle can't buy. I'm super excited about that. But before we dive into this whole topic for today, I'm super geeked and super, privileged to bring such a powerful, I would feel like thought changing, you know, um, topic to you. I want you to do something for me. If this is your first time, we're going to do a little formalities here. Um, Kind of get loose, get your pen and your notepad so you can take copious amounts of notes. Also, make sure that you are sharing this live with your fellow, single mom sister, single mom bestie, buddy, single mom partner that is with you in business and ministry. Y'all are doing life together. So make sure you're sharing this. So if this is your first time joining me, drop a one in the comments for me. If this is your second time joining me, drop a two in the comments. If this is your third time and beyond, drop that three in the comments. I want to know who's all rocking with me for the first time, who's here second for the second time, and then those of you that are joining for, you're rocking with me. You've been joining for Wednesdays to come, and make sure you show a lot of love to all of my twos and my ones. All of my threes, show love to my twos and my ones. Let them know that they are in the right space to receive breakthrough, to receive direction and clarity and wisdom on where you are in life and where you're wanting to be. That's my whole purpose for the WYIC What's Your I Can Live Boost, is to give you that extra, dose of clarity, that extra dose of understanding your identity, understanding your purpose, understanding how to receive peace, how to receive, and walk through breakthrough and prosperity in any area of your life. We're not just talking about in finances, but also prosperity in your soul, in your body, and in your mind, having prosperity all around you, and that is following you all the days of your life. So again, if this is your first time joining me, drop a one in the comments. If this is your second time joining me, put that two in the comments. If this is your third time and beyond joining me, go ahead and drop that three and do all the things that we do when we join this space. It's love on one another, embrace one another, and let them know that they are welcome. Okay, so I hope you have your water. I hope you have your tea. And if you're at lunch or if you're doing a million and one things right now, and you're just able to listen in, I applaud you for showing up. I applaud you for taking this time out to say, let me hear, let me get my boost. It's just like I hear people going to the doctor and they get their B shots, right? That extra boost of energy that they need to continue to go on throughout their day, to continue to go on throughout their week. And this is what our midweek Wednesdays WYIC, or What's Your I Can Life Boosts, are all about. It is to help you to get over that hump, because we get a little sluggish, right? Have you been feeling a little sluggish when it comes to Wednesdays? It's like, man, it's not the end of the weekend and it's not the beginning of the week, but it's the middle, and I'm feeling all the feels of tired and exhaustion. And some of you may be walking in victory. Some of you may be walking in healing. Some of you may be walking in breakthrough. So I do not want to take away where you are for the sake of, just reaching one particular person, but I am reaching that one particular person because we want everyone to experience a life of abundance that Christ came to give. And so this is why you're here. This is why you show up. This is why you grab your pen and your notepad. This is why you clear space. This is why you just get rid of distractions, or you making sure, if you're multitasking, that I want to make sure I am in this room so that I would just hear what I am in need of today. And that's going to give me what I need for clarity. That's going to give me what I need for wisdom, because wisdom and shrewdness are in the same home. And that's what I want you to have on today. So are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm ready. So today we're diving into the yield stage of the WYIC framework. And this is a framework that is stemmed from the What's Your I Can mantra. And the W stands for the wonder. So the Y is talking about the yield. This is the part of the journey where we pause, we surrender, and release what no longer serves us. We pause, we surrender, and release. So, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be resetting and we're going to be releasing. So, I have to ask you this bold question today. And I don't want you to feel as if it is targeting you, but it is targeting you. I am talking to you. What's really holding you back? This is what we want to really uncover during this time. We really want to understand where we are and get our breakthrough and get our healing and gain clarity. What is really holding you back? Not a person, not a who, because we probably just thought about that person. But what? The question was, what is really holding you back? I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I want to go there because sometimes it can be painful when we actually look at what's holding us back. And maybe you never really taken the moment to stop, pause, reflect, and to begin to really see what's holding you back. We just automatically assume it's a person, but it's a what. Yielding is one of the hardest and holiest. I want to say that again. It's one of the hardest and holiest things you will do. You creating this sacred place, yielding, because it requires honesty. It requires stillness. It requires trust. It requires trusting not people. Listen, trusting the process, trusting yourself, because sometimes we got to get reconnected with ourselves. And when we yield, we begin to really unearth what we're all about, who we really are, how we're really showing up, how we're really making a difference, how we're really leading our family, leading ourselves, leading our business, leading in ministry. So it requires trust. Trust that you won't fail you. It requires trust. So many of us are praying for new levels, but still, come on now. I would just want you to say ouch. If I'm stepping on toes, just say ouch. Okay. We're praying for new levels. We're praying for that promotion. That's a new level. That house, that's another level. That car, that's another level. That good relationship, that's another level. But still holding on to old weights. You're still holding on to yesteryears, yester months, what someone did to you, what happened to you during years ago. And God is saying, listen here, I'm ready to pour, but your hands are full. I talked about on yesterday morning unintentionally. It was unintentionally by me, but God had something else in mind. I talked about taking what you need because He gives us peace. He comes to give us peace. His word says in John 14:27 that I give you peace. I leave with you peace. Oh, my word. Jesus said, I left with you. I leave with you peace, not the peace as the world gives it, because their peace is found in temporal things to make you feel good for the moment, to make it appear that everything is all right, and to make it appear that your life is on fleek, and all the things that, you know, you're on your money, you're on your game, you have the best relationship, and make it appear through temporal substances. But Jesus said that I leave with you peace, and I talked about that, right? And I shared that in order to receive something, Come on now. You have to release something, especially when you're full to the max, when you're filled with other, with the cares of what he did or what they said or what she did or what they didn't do, and how people are going to receive me. I'm a single mom, and how the world is looking at me. Then a single mom, I can only work at these jobs. When you're so full of things that aren't serving you, you cannot receive the peace. You cannot receive what it is that you're needing in this season. So when you're in this space of yielding, it gives you a chance to take inventory. That's going to be next Wednesday. So I want you to join me next Wednesday, okay? When you're in this space of yielding, you're allowing yourself to pause for a moment. You're allowing yourself to reflect. You're allowing yourself to surrender. And whatever comes up in this moment, it could be negative, it could be good. Is it serving you? Is it getting you to your next level? Is it causing you increase, or is it decreasing your value? Is it decreasing your way of life? Is it helping you to get to where you're wanting to be? So let me say that again for the woman who's multitasking right now. Wow, you are still showing up for this live. Let me tell you that God is ready to pour, but your hands are full. God is ready to pour, but your hands are full. What is it full with? Listen, I just said for the person that's multitasking, right? Okay. But multitasking, not just juggling outward things, but inner things, full of fear. I'm trying to pour into you, full of regret. I'm trying to pour into you, full of self-doubt. I'm trying to pour into you, full of needing to control the outcome. I'm trying to pour into you, full of unforgiveness. I'm trying to pour into you. So in this moment of yielding is when you say, I'm not carrying this anymore. I'm not carrying this anymore. This is no longer serving me. I am not carrying this guilt. I am not carrying this baggage. I am not carrying this old idea. I am not carrying this old emotion that is no longer helping me to reach my level of greatness. I trust the God who called me more than I trust my comfort zone. And for many, that has become a comfort zone. You wear it like a cloak of honor. You're full of regret and bitterness and unforgiveness and full of doubt. You wear it well because you feel like it's serving you, but it's no longer serving you, and you have to yield to it. You need to yield. You need to surrender. You need to allow yourself to release and reset. So when I thought about the word reset, I think about when you're setting the table, you're resetting the table, or you take your ring to a jeweler because some reason, just life happens and it gets knocked a little bit out of the setting, or it may have fallen, or something has taken place. But when you're resetting the table with dishes, you're resetting, you're putting things, it's cleared out the way so you can reset it. You wiped it down, you make sure that it was sanitized and all the things, and now you are resetting the table, put things back into position again so that it can be used again. You're resetting your ring so it can look better, so it can shine brighter, so it won't look damaged. You want to look at it and you want the look of your ring to be on point, right? You don't want a ring that's coming out of its setting. So you reset, you put back into position, or you shift. It may not have coming all the way out. It may have shifted a little bit, but now you have to take it to a jeweler so they can shift it back into the position that it needs to be. Okay? Can I keep talking? Can we keep going? Listen, I want you to respond in the comments. I want you to say, ouch. I want you to raise your hand and say, yes, yes, that's me. I want you to say things to make sure that we're all flowing, that we're on the same page, that I am right at your doorstep. I am sitting on your couch. We are sipping tea. We are eating tea cakes, tea sandwiches, or whatever small hors d'oeuvres you may have, and we are talking. We are getting clarity on where we are and what in this season of yield. And I want to share with you how to recognize if you are in this season of yielding. You might be in your yield season if, and I hope you're writing these down so that you can go back and you can really ask yourself, am I in this season? Is this me? And be honest. You're being asked to rest when everything in you wants to produce. Now, there could be some involuntary rest or voluntary rest. People are maybe saying, like, go sit down, I got this. Go sit down. Or involuntary rest, where your body is saying, you need to sit down. We're tired. We can't go any farther. You're being called to slow down and get clear before launching something new. There's no clarity in what you're doing. There's no clarity. You don't understand how this is going to work or how it's going to fit. So you got to be still for a moment so you can hear and get clarity so you can see what's going on. You're no longer comfortable where you are, but you're scared to release what's familiar. It's like wearing clothing. Like, I love this. Man, this is my favorite shirt. It was your favorite shirt or my favorite pants. It may have been your favorite pants, but maybe it's no longer serving you. Okay? Maybe it's uncomfortable right now. Okay? You keep hearing God say, let it go. Let it go. And you keep saying, after this next thing. Are you seeing those? Are those your words? After this next thing. What if your delay is tied to your disobedience? Not resting, not waiting, not letting it go. What if your delay in financial, restoration or that relationship or that promotion or that house that you want or that vehicle that you want or what you're in need of? What is it? What if it's directly tied to your disobedience? And this is not about shame. It's about freedom. We are here to break free. We are here to receive breakthrough. We are here to scale who we are, to upgrade, to no longer be the 1.0 of who we are, but be the 2.0 of who we are. And freedom begins with yielding. In order to upgrade ourselves, we have to yield. And that freedom, again, if you want to be free, what are you needing to yield to? What are you needing to do right now? And let this word, speak to you and say, I need to yield. I need to take a moment and reflect and surrender. And the word, even Jesus had a yield moment. Even Jesus had a yield moment. And that moment for him was in the Garden of Gethsemane. That moment, he was wrestling. That moment, he was in turmoil. That moment, he did not want to go to that cross. He did not want to endure what he knew he had to face. He said, not my will, he yielded, but yours be done. Not mine, but yours be done. That was a yield moment. So maybe you're needing to say in this moment, not my will, not my will, but I'm yielding to the moment. I'm yielding to what is needed in this season. I am in my season of yield. And that one act of surrender, guess what it did? Led to the greatest victory the world has ever known. It led to the greatest victory the world has ever known. What if your next victory is on the other side of your next surrender? Come on now. What if it's on the other side of your next surrender? Yielding isn't weakness. I want you to understand that. And now we're tapping into reprogramming your mindset, because you may be feeling like, if I yield to this, if I give in to this, I don't want to be played weak. I'm a strong single mama. I am an independent single mama. It's wisdom. And wisdom and shrewdness live in the same home. And you want both of those. You want that to be when people see you, oh, that woman is wise and shrewd. It's saying, God, I want your pace, not just your promise. I want your pace. How fast should I go? How slow should I go? Should I stand still? Give me your pace, not just your promise. I want that for my life. I want my children to see that in my life. I want those around me to look up and say, that is a woman of wisdom. I want her on my team. I want to promote her to the next level. I want to give her what she's asking for. So I want to ask you again, what's something you know you need to yield today? All right, now this is something big. This is something that is going to help all of us because I want us to hold one another accountable. Okay. And I want you to go ahead and receive your breakthrough. And so, in order to go ahead and receive your breakthrough, this is where the honest moment comes in. I want you to drop it in the comments. One thing. What is one thing you need to yield today? What is one thing that you know is like, oh, I got the picture. I see where I need to yield. There's no judgment, no pressure, just truth and sisterhood. This is all we have. No judgment, no pressure. We listen and we don't judge. Just truth and sisterhood is what we are developing here. So I want us to be women who can identify the weight and then lay it down. And I know maybe as you're listening, you're having some ideas, you're seeing some things, images are being popped in your mind, and there's words that being rolling around in your mind like this is what you need to yield. That's what you need to yield because when you yield, you make space for clarity. And that's what we are all about in this space. That's what we're all about in the WYIC. Your I can gaining clarity. You gain clarity for how you can get to your next promotion, how you can develop a great relationship. When you yield, you make space for healing because yielding may say you need to go and forgive. Come on, somebody. Yielding may say you need to embrace that person. Yielding makes mean you need to forgive you. When you yield, you make space for the real you to rise. Sometimes we don't know who our real self is because we are so covered by what everybody else have said or what we had to take on, the personas of different people or different situations and settings, and just to become, so we won't. So because we're embarrassed, we could be embarrassed, could be ashamed. We don't want to be judged. But when you yield, come on now, you know who you are. That's power. So if this blessed you, make sure this is what I need you to do. I want you to share this live. I want you to tag a single mom who's ready to lay it all down and rise. And then look up here. You see this barcode? I want you to scan so you could join the WYIC Inner Circle where we go even deeper each month. Oh my gosh, we have curated a theme month that covers different aspects of our life. And it's phenomenal. We go deeper each month into wonder. We go into the yield. We go into the inventory. We go into our capability. And next Wednesday, we're going to be tapping into or diving into the inventory phase or inventory stage of the WYIC framework. And don't forget, you are not stuck. You are not behind. You are being refined. Okay. Change your mindset in the way that you are looking at where you are. You are not stuck. You are not behind. You are being refined. Yield today and rise tomorrow. Whatever you sow today, it has to harvest tomorrow, right? So yield today and rise tomorrow. I love you. See you next WYIC Wednesday.